Hello guys, in this lesson you will learn the basics of Cisco Packet Tracer. More specifically, I will show you how to install Cisco Packet Tracer on your computer, and I will familiarize you with some of Cisco Packet Tracer's features. Throughout my lesson, we will use Cisco Packet Tracer. It's basically a simulation of a network. In general, with the knowledge that I will give you during my lesson, you will be able to know all the components used in a network and how to create your own little project with Cisco Packet Tracer. So, the first step is to install the Cisco Packet Tracer latest version on your computer. I put all you need to install in the description of this video. For me, the latest version is 8.2.1. When the installing is done, open the setup. It will ask you to accept the agreement to download Cisco Packet Tracer. Select your destination for the location of Cisco Packet Tracer, and to create a shortcut for the program. After that, you will be able to use Cisco Packet Tracer 8.2.1. When the program is installed, you need to launch Cisco Packet Tracer. And after that, you need to allow Packet Tracer executable to communicate with your private networks. Personally, I don't recommend using public networks. Now, let's enter into the world of Cisco Packet Tracer. First, you need to create an account. To create an account, you need to click on the button Skills for All. After that, I suggest you to continue with your Google account, because it will be easier for you to log in afterwards. When you will be finished creating your account, you will be sent to Cisco Packet Tracer. I will try to show you all the basic components of Cisco Packet Tracer 8.2.1. In Cisco Packet Tracer we have two views. The first is logical and the second is physical. Logical view shows the network in terms of logical connections, interfaces, IP addresses, VLANs, and routing protocols. It gives you an understanding of how the network is configured from a conceptual standpoint. The physical view shows the actual physical devices and cabling in the network. It focuses on the physical topology and layout of the network, including routers, switches, cables, and adapters. If you have trouble understanding the terms of physical and logical topology, I advise you to go see my previous video where I talk about the basics of networking. Now, let's look at all the elements of the logical view. In the lower left corner, we have all the components we need to create a network. In my lessons, we're just going to use the main components, who are network devices, end devices and connections. First, let's check what are network devices. This category includes routers that are networking devices who forwards data packets between networks, switches that are devices who connects the user's devices on a local network, LAN, hubs who connects multiple devices together within a network, wireless devices, which allows devices to connect to a wired network, security, which are devices that monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on a set of security rules, and WAN emulation, who provides an internet connection to devices in your network by connecting to DSL line. In second, we have end devices. There are devices that users directly interact with on a network. It's where data originates from and is ultimately consumed. In my lessons we are going to use the basic end devices, like PCs, laptops, servers, printers, phones, TV, etc. In third, we have the connections. They represent the physical or logical linking of devices. Let's create a little project. The objective of this project will be to continue your familiarization with the Packet Tracer software. Also, thanks to this project, we will be able to see the logical view in more details. To do this, you will configure devices. First, Packet Tracer should open with an empty workspace in the logical view. After that, you need to drop end devices. The first end device you need to drop is 2 PCs. The second device is 1 laptop. The last one is 1 server. You also need to drop network devices. The first network device is 1 Model 2960 switch. The last one is 1 Model APPTAC access point. The next step will be to interconnect all devices that we have put using straight cables, copper straight through. First, we need to connect the fast Ethernet 0 port of PC0 to the fast Ethernet 0/1 port of the switch. Second, we need to connect the fast Ethernet 0 port of PC1 to the fast Ethernet 02 port of the switch. In third, we need to connect the fast Ethernet 0 port of the server to the fast Ethernet 0/3 of the switch. The last step is to connect the port 0 port of the access point to the Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 port of the switch. The next step will be to do the IP configuration of server 0. First, click on the server 0. Click on the desktop tab. Click on the IP configuration icon and type 192.168.1.1 as the address and press enter. A default value of 255.255.255.0 should appear in the subnet mask field. And now we can close the IP configuration window and the server 0 window. The next step will be to configure the IP for PC0 and to ping the server 0. First, click on the PC0. Click on the desktop tab. Click on the IP configuration icon and type 192.168.1.2 as the address, because 192.168.1.1 is already taken by the server 0, and press enter. Type 192.168.1.1 as the DNS server address. This is the server address. Close the IP configuration window. We will now ping the server 0. Click on the command prompt icon and type ping 192.168.1.1 and press enter. It will send a message to the server 0 to test the reachability of a host and to measure the round-trip time for messages sent from the originating host to destination computer. Finally, close the command prompt window and the PC0 window. The next step will be to repeat the configuration we did with PC0, but this time with PC1 and with 192.168.1.3 3 as the IP address. The next step will be to do the IP configuration of laptop 0. First, click on the laptop 0. Click on the physical view. Turn off the laptop and remove the current module, and replace it with a PT laptop NM1W AC. When you're done with the previous steps, you can turn on the laptop. A dotted link should appear between the laptop and the access point. It means that the access point allows the laptop to connect to a wired network. After that, click on the desktop tab of the laptop and then on the IP configuration icon. By default, the laptop is configured to use DHCP, which is a protocol used to automatically configure the IP addresses, subnet masks and default gateways. In our case, we will use the static. We will configure 192.168.1.4 as our address and 192.168.1.1 as our DNS server address. After all the steps, you should be able to pin the servers with PC0 and PC1. The next step will be to configure the DNS on server 0, which distributes database that translates human-friendly domain names into machine-readable IP addresses. Click on Server 0. In the Services tab, select DNS and configure it as follows. Click on to activate the DNS service. In the section name, you need to put www.domain.com. In the section type, you need to select a record. In the section address, you need to put 192.168.1.1. Click on Add. This configuration will translate the text address www.domain.com into an IP address 192.168.1.1. The web service HTTP and the DNS service are in the same server. The next step will be to open the www.domain.com page on PC1. Click on PC1. Click on the Desktop tab, if it's not already open. Click on the web browser icon. Type www.domain.com in the URL box and click the Go button. You should observe the following. This happens because the DNS service has translated the www.domain.com address into an IP address, the HTTP service is enabled, and the network configurations have been correctly made. Close the browser window and the PC0 window. I hope this helped you get familiar with Cisco Packet Tracer. Don't forget to like and subscribe.